Hey gamers and YouTubers, welcome to my review of Sonic Generations for Xbox 360 and PS3. Just before I get into the review, I want to mention that the video clip showing may not correspond to what I'm saying at the moment, but everything I talk about in this game will be shown somewhere in the video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the review. Story. Sonic and Classic Sonic get caught in this time warp because some epic villain sucks everyone into this cluster blank of, like, time paradoxes. And it's up to Classic Sonic and normal Sonic to go back, rescuing the world piece by piece. And yeah, restoring color and friends. And ultimately, to stop the giant floaty black monster thing just shown there from Epic Mickey. The game has hub worlds. These just act as gates from levels and challenges. You can be modern or Sonic during these. And yeah, they just help navigate levels faster. They're not quite as grand as Sonic Unleashed hub worlds, but they function, they do the job, and they look pretty nice, I'll admit it. The game is split into two main sections. You got Classic Sonic levels, and you got Modern Sonic levels. The Classic play pretty close to the original, as close as you're ever going to get in a modern game to the original physics. Not quite perfect, but again, it's extremely close. So yeah, you got the 2D platforming and running and all the basics and all that fun stuff that we remember from the Genesis days. And what I really like is that during some scripted scenes, you'll have like pseudo 3D gameplay. Like you'll just see like at an angle that's not really 2D. So I like that they incorporated that into, you know, the normal Sonic fare of they stay true to the 2D thing, but they spice it up with some cool angles and whatnot. So yeah, basic platforming with some wicked awesome camera action. Lots of speed. His spin dash is pretty freaking powerful in this game. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's extremely powerful. And yeah, so levels for Classic and Modern are split into from three eras of Sonic history. Classic levels are pretty close to the original classics for, like, Classic Sonic. His levels are similar in design and scale to the original levels that he was playing them in. So yeah, when he's playing in levels Classic Sonic's never been in, like City Escape here, you see a whole new take on the level. It's really interesting because there are some really cool differences. And yeah, like the truck scene coming up here. If we all remember in Sonic Adventure 2, there was the big truck that chased Sonic down the hill. Well, it happens here too. And I think that's really cool. So yeah, the level design is fantastic with Classic. This new take on all these awesome levels. As you can see, I've got the Electric Shield right now, which is a power-up. The game, what I really like about this game's power-up system is that there is no need for power-ups. I mean, you can beat this game without a single power-up, and it won't be hard to do, but I don't know, I actually like that. I mean, because with most games, power-ups, pretty much, as you get better power-ups, the enemies spike in difficulty, and it pretty much cancels each other out. But no, here, if you get a good power-up, it will actually give you somewhat of an edge in, like, the action. And right here, you got a skateboard, another reference to the classic City Escape level, except for now it's just in 2D and it's twice as awesome. And like right here, you see the Wisp power-up, it's going to happen, and that was a Sonic Colors thing, but now that it's in 2D, you've got like Classic Sonic experiencing all of the cool gimmicks from some of the recent 3D Sonic games. So yeah, overall, Classic does bring a lot of good old-fashioned gameplay to the table, but it also offers a nice twist and a lot of new stuff that wasn't in his Genesis days. So I really like Classic. And yeah, so Classic's a blast. 2D side-scrolling at its best in modern games. Modern Sonic is the other half of Sonic Generations. His levels feature the fast-paced, slippery controls, and just wicked fast action that you remember from Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Colors. This is sort of a hybrid of Sonic Unleashed and Colors together, mixing the gameplay elements to make a perfectly good, balanced game. I have a few gripes, and that is there are a lot more glitches in Modern than there are in classic levels. But, I mean, I guess because you're traveling so fast, the developers couldn't account for every single thing going on. So, a few more glitches and cheap instant deaths. Now, in Classic, yeah, there are a lot of them, but in Modern, they spam these bottomless pits of doom that, I mean, they will grab you by the balls and throw you across the room into an instant death. It's ridiculous. But, yeah, that coupled with the slippery controls makes things a little unpredictable and a bit unfun at times. But regardless, you've still got some really cool, fast-paced 3D action going on. And I'm a modern Sonic fan, like, preferably I'd stick with him, so I really love that they took some of the craziest levels, like Crisis City here, and turned it into this great, awesome gameplay experience of 3D. Right there, that's a power-up, and as you can see, it's not necessary, but it helps me react faster to the level. So yeah, power-ups are pretty awesome in this game. Right here, this particular level, Crisis City, it's actually where I encountered the most glitches, and I find it funny. It's almost like the developers are nodding to the fact that the game it came out of really sucked. Like right there, that's a glitch. But yeah, so Sonic 06 sucked, and the level from it here is probably the only level I've encountered a lot of problems with. But overall, great 3D Sonic experience, one of the best we've seen yet. Graphics aren't quite to the caliber of Sonic Unleashed for either classic or modern, but regardless, things still look extremely slick in 3D and 2D. And yeah, just gorgeous, gorgeous gameplay. As mentioned before, the game does have side missions. These side missions are generally irritating and somewhat unfun, but, like right here, and they do feature Sonic's friends that you've rescued throughout levels, so, like, here would be a Vector mission. Not really fun, but they don't suck, so I guess it's sort of balanced. Well, you know what? Some suck, but for the most part, they are a nice addition. I feel as though they're just there to lengthen game time a little, but yeah, what are you going to do? All developers need something to boost length. Bosses for Sonic Generations are classic bosses remade into epic new 3D fronts. And right here we've got the classic Sonic Adventure 2 Shadow vs. Sonic boss battle. And I absolutely love the way they reimagined it. I actually prefer it over the classic. It's so good. It is amazing. Both you and Shadow in HD, just clashing heads, it's epic. And it's just ridiculous. And the new twist they put in where you have to earn a power-up and whatnot, just the classic remakes of the new versions of these levels are just outstanding. And they just play great, and the twists are awesome. So yeah, the bosses for Sonic Generations, top-notch. Like right here, he's going to have a power-up, and this wasn't in the classic as much, but I mean, he still had this, it just wasn't an earned power-up, and I love this. Final verdict on Sonic Generations. It's an extremely short game, only totaling up to about 4 hours, and that's if you're really, really bad. So yeah, it's a fun game, there are loads of side missions, loads of red rings to collect, a la Sonic Colors. You've got awesome gameplay, a fair amount of levels, and yeah, just a lot of awesome, nostalgic stuff going on with 2D and 3D. If you can get past the fact it's a short game, You'll love the soundtrack. The music is amazing for this game. The visuals are amazing, and the gameplay is just amazing. So, overall, if you can get past the short shelf life this game has, you will find a lot of fun and nostalgia in it, and I do recommend you get it in the end. This game, from me, gets 4 Chaos Emeralds out of 5. So, thank you for watching my review of Sonic Generations. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe below.